So I'm a used car dealer and I sell cars that are $5,000 and under. This Lexus behind me I'm selling for $3,500. And later on in this video, I'm going to actually show you what I'm paying for a lot of these cars and show you what I'm selling them for. So you're going to be able to know exactly what I'm making on these cars. All right, here's one we bought. It's a 2012 Ford Edge. It's got 182,000 miles and we only paid $1,500 for it. And just so you know, I'm not making up prices and stuff for a YouTube video. I can show you my actual price sheet. 2012, I got it highlighted for you, Ford Edge, 182,000 miles. We paid $1,500 for it. There's our buyer fee, $245, and that's the total that we have in it. Now, those numbers obviously don't add up exactly. It's because we don't have an inspection that's on the car. I think it was only $25, so there's where the difference comes in of the actual price. Typically, that's what our pricing will look like. A lot of cars that we actually buy are good enough where we don't have to spend very much money on them, if any. Well, with this one, we got very lucky. Cheap car, $1,500. We're able to get it to the lot, drive it, make sure it's good, make sure there's no big concerns or anything with it. Go get it inspected. It passed inspection through North Carolina. Every car that's out here that I'm actually selling, I've got to get inspected through the state of North Carolina, emissions and safety, to be able to sell it to the public, sell it to a retail customer. And with this one, didn't have to spend any extra money. So you have your initial price. That's what I pay at the auction. Buyer fee. We'll have inspection. We got to get stuff cleaned up. Got cars being cleaned up behind me. If you can hear that compressor that's going on right now. And then we post it and it's ready for sale. And we're going to try to sell this one probably somewhere around $3,000 to get it moved. I think that's probably a really good price for it. And how we do our pricing is if we don't move it within 2 weeks, we drop by $500. Don't move it again within 2 weeks, drop it again by $500. But most of our cars, as you can see, we don't have a lot right now. Most of our cars we actually turn and burn within that 2 to 3 to 4 week span. I don't ever want to keep cars on my lot more than about 30 days. That's why we're so aggressive. Now, I don't have floor plan. I don't have any interest that I have to pay on any of these cars that are sitting here behind me. I pay cash for all my cars, but I still don't want stale inventory. And I've had a lot of questions about how we actually price our cars. What books do we use? Do we use bank loan values? Do we use KBB? Do we use MMRs? What do we use to actually know what we need to, one, pay for the car, and two, what we need to sell the car for? Well, I can tell you, in 14 years that I've done it, I've never looked at one book value since I've even started doing this, even when I didn't know what car prices should be. And now I can tell you the reason that I don't look at them is because I know what my customer will pay for a car, so that means I know what I should be able to pay for a car. Alex goes to the auction. He knows how much things cost to actually fix, so he can bake that in. So we know all of these things. We know what we sell the cars for, so that means that we don't need to rely on a bank, or we don't need to rely on Manheim to tell us how much we should be paying for a car, and we don't need to rely on Kelley Blue Book to know how much we can sell a car for. Say hey, Jose.
Hey, hi.
There you go. That's Jose.
There you go.
All right, I want to show you this real quick. Nate's going to take it because they're going to go take pictures of it, but I want to show you one that I actually bought recently. Most of the time when I'm talking to you about cars, it's cars that Alex bought because he goes to most of the auctions for us. It's my mechanic. I would rather him buy cars, know what's going on with the cars before we actually get them here on the lot. This one right here I bought because I've had to add more auctions to be able to try to buy more cars. And with this one, this is one that I bought, so I wanted to show it to you. It's a 2004 Toyota Camry. It's got right at 200,000 miles, and I paid $1,900 for it after buyer fee, everything like that. We got like $2,400 in it, and we'll sell it probably for $3,500. And Nate's going to take it on. That's my sales manager. He's going to go get pictures of it. And this is what we do. We get the cars washed. They're over there working on the cars right now. As soon as they're washed, he takes them out, takes them to a parking lot that is big and open and looks really good, and gets pictures of them. And then we post them online and try to sell them. But that's one that I had to go over an hour away to buy. And I would love to send Alex to all these auctions so I don't have to go to them, because after 14 years, I'm over it at this point. I don't want to go to auctions anymore. But that auction that we have to go to that's over an hour away overlaps another auction that we need to go to. So this is why I have to do a little thing called work and go buy a car. But I want to point out that Camry. I love those Camrys. I think they're the best vehicles that have ever been made. The 2002 to 2006 Toyota Camry, 4-cylinder. Run forever. I don't care the miles on it. I buy them. When I see them, I love them. I think they're the best cars ever made, and if I would recommend a car to anyone ever looking for a cheap car, 2002, 2006 Toyota Camry, 4-cylinder. Such a volatile market right now that even more so right now, you can't use those book values. I can tell you for like a car that we buy that we pay like $1,500 for, and we sell it for $2,500 or $3,000, we have to put some money into it. That book value could range anywhere from saying that the value of it's $500 all the way up to like $7,000. And I've seen that kind of range on these cars, and it's going to boil down to, okay, the history on the car, if it's been in any bumpers, if it's been in any small accidents, if it's been maintained, how many owners it's had. A lot of these book value things like Carfax, things like that, they take all of this stuff into account. And what I'm looking at is, okay, this is a car. It's a point A to point B. It runs well. There are no major concerns with it. It's got cold AC. The radio works. I can sell it for $2,500, right? So that means I can buy it for $1,500. And that's the way I see it, because I know what cars will sell for $2,500 on my lot. I know what cars sell for $3,500 on my lot. And here's one where I can show you where we actually probably made a mistake on this car. This is a 2007, it's a Honda Accord. We paid $2,100 for it. That seems all well and good. We should be able to sell this car for like $3,500. That's what we thought at the auction. Turns out we had $618 in repairs on this car. I'm not sure what it is. I just have the actual numbers here in front of me. And after our buyer fee, everything like that, we've got $2,983 in this car, so basically $3,000. So now we have to sell this car. We're going to initially price it for $4,500 and let the market tell us if we're wrong on how much we have in this car. My estimation, we're probably going to be wrong on this car. Probably have to drop it down to $4,000. Might even have to drop it down after 4 weeks to $3,500. That's where I thought we could sell it for, to be able to actually move it. But what we like to do is we actually like to price our cars off of what we pay for them, what we have in them, and let the market tell us what's going on with the car. Market tells us we're too high on the car. We won't sell it, we won't get any leads, we won't get any test drives in 2 weeks, and then we know to drop it. And in a lot of cases, we wind up with stuff like that. Right now, when we have to be a little looser on what we buy, because we're trying to get more cars here on our dealership, we haven't wanted to be a little looser, but if we see stuff like Honda Accords, Toyota Camrys, things that we know are very reliable, we can gamble a little bit more on those, especially if the computer's been erased on it and we go to check on the code reader's not reading all the codes. Then on vehicles like that we really like, we know we sell well, we know they're reliable, maybe we'll stretch our criteria just a little bit more for cars like that. Hopefully, because it is a Honda Accord, because it is a reliable car, we will be able to get that $4,500 to $4,000 out of it, still make the kind of money we want to make on it. But knowing what I know, that's probably a $3,500 car, but I'm going to leave it up to the consumer, the market, to be able to tell me what I need to do with that car, and if it sits for a couple weeks, it's going to be lower. Now, where we get into the most problems as far as our pricing is when we get into like the $4,000, $4,500, $5,000 cars, because when you get up into that range, you got to really have a car that somebody that has money sitting around is still going to be able to buy. Think about me. We don't finance anything. I can't go repo a car. My heart won't let me do it. So we don't offer any financing here. We're not hooked up with any banks. So people that come here, they have to actually have the cash to be able to afford the cars that we're selling. So in a lot of cases, a $5,000 car, someone who is just trying to get to work, maybe they're not in the best financial situation, they can afford a $2,500 car, but they can't pay $5,000 for a car. So more than likely what that consumer does is usually goes to a place like CarMax or goes to a buy here, pay here dealer. They can put $1,000 down and then get into a car. But here I deal with different kinds of customers where it's very weird, where I deal with the lower end of the market with my $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 cars because that's what they can scratch together. And then I deal with people who actually are a little bit more wise with their money, and they'll buy a $45,000 or $5,000 car and they'll pay cash for it. So it's a very diverse group of consumers that I actually deal with here on my car lot, and I have to make sure when I'm pricing my cars that I'm pricing them fairly. And the way that I do that is I take whatever I pay for it on a wholesale level, add in whatever expenses I have, and then we mark it up by $1,500. And in 2 weeks, if we don't sell it, we mark it down $500. So really, our average of what we're actually selling cars for comes after that 2-week period. Our average price per car that we make, our average price per car right now that we make on every car is $1,000. That's what we average. And here's one I was actually really surprised about. This is well, I'm not even showing you the car. This is a Subaru Forester. It's a 2011. It's only got 127,000 miles. We paid $2,200 for this car. We've got a $315 buyer fee and a $326 repair fee on it, but we still have it right at $2,800. So this is a 2011 Forester. It looks great, and it's only got 120,000 miles on it, and we should be able to sell this thing for $4,000, $4,500. The reason why I point this out is because with those that mileage, I mean, a lot of you out there might even say 120,000 miles is low mileage. For a car that's under $5,000, yes, that's very low mileage. When we buy cars, typically the mileage that we have on these cars is going to be 150 plus. Usually 180 to 200,000 miles is what we regularly deal with. And for us to have something that new and for that low mileage and be able to sell it for under $5,000, it's very rare for us. So I am pleasantly surprised. And what I like that Alex does that I don't do, and I need to probably expand myself a little bit more, expand my horizons a little bit more is what I'm looking for, is to look at stuff like this when I go to auctions, because if he's able to find something like this that's going to fall through the cracks, because he absolutely bought this. I would have never even looked at it, because I'd be like, okay, this car's going to go for $5,500 here at the auction, and we're not going to be able to make any money because we'd have to sell it for $7,000. But he looked at it, and it only went for $2,200, and he was able to buy it. So that's one thing I got to keep in mind. Something I can learn from him when I'm going to these auctions is to expand my horizons and maybe look at a few more cars that I typically wouldn't look at, even if I'm going to waste my time. That 1 out of 10 that falls through the cracks that we're able to buy, it'll make it all worth it.